dig it? I'm on my way.
Where you going, Rootwork Jones?
There's some musty suckers on the streets. I got to go handle that. I got to split, baby. Can you dig it?
When you need to clean the stank off the streets, you don't call your mama. You call Rootwork Jones. Rootwork Jones is a stone-cold dude that keeps the stanky suckers shaking in their boots.
Listen up, chumps. I'm looking for Dolomus. Can you dig it?
Rootwork Jones is getting down to the nitty-gritty, taking on the mustiest sucker in the city.
Dolomust is my name, and staying good and musty is my game. Where is Rootwork Jones?
This is a super soul brother getting rid of the stank. And you can for sure take that to the bank.
Take that, you musty jive turkeys.
When Rootwork Jones is not dealing with drama, he finds time to deal with foxy mamas.
Why don't you come on over here and give me some of that root work, sugar?
Rootwork Jones. He's bold. He's bad. And he's keeping the suckers musty mad. Rootwork Jones coming to a theater near you. Go to rootworkstyle.com.
Boom, there it is. What's up, guys? What's happening with it? What's happening with it? Ladies and gentlemen, let me do the museum commercial real quick. Hold on. Y'all need to see that.
Discover the heart of our history at the Hidden History Museum in Los Angeles. Now open with new weekend hours, Thursday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Located at 2131 West Jefferson Boulevard in Los Angeles, our museum showcases the brilliance and ingenuity of foundational Black American culture, along with the richness of global Black culture. Come in, explore our displays, and shop for books, films, and other unique items that celebrate our legacy. Also, be sure to look out for our popular special events. For more information, visit hiddenhistorymuseum.com.
Boom, had to show that. What's going on, man? We're here. Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen, to the live broadcast. We are in the building. Glad to have you guys in here. And by the way, y'all need to come down to the Hidden History Museum tomorrow. Get you that Rootwork deodorant at the Hidden History Museum. Let me put something up on social media. Hold on one second. Man, yeah, y'all come on down to the Hidden History Museum if you are in LA. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just put one thing on social media, then we're going to be good to dang go. All right. There it is. There it is. There it is. All right, man. I hope you guys had a great week so far. Hope you guys are being very productive so far, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Everybody, I need y'all to give me a retweet. If you can give me a retweet, that would be absolutely phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let me look in this chat room and see who's who. Let me give some shout outs before we really get started doing our thizzle. And shout out to all my mods in the building. We got a lot to discuss on this broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. Again, give me a retweet. Let everybody know that we are indeed live right now. Somebody said I'm a legend. I respect that. Many people say that and I respect it. Respect to the law. All right, let me shout out some of the people in the chat. Reality Check, Virtual Radio, Opal Ivy, our good brother Michael Warden, our mod, Crystal Hudson, Chicago Cheetah, Rashonda Renee, Goldie Lee, Ryan Locks TV, Devin Haney, Coach Reese. Much respect to you guys. TSA, Jabril White, much respect, man. Ooh, it's kind of hot in my office. Oh my goodness, man. It's so much we got to hit on, ladies and gentlemen. So many things we got to hit on. But again, before we do, I need everybody to give me that nice retweet. Let me do this real quick. Let me throw something up. Hold on one second. Let me throw one more thing up. Hold on. And by the way, subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed to the channel. Man, my channel, I should have been at 1 million subscribers a long time ago. YouTube has a thing where they kind of suppress my numbers. A lot of people will follow me, and then all of a sudden, YouTube will unfollow them. The haircut looks good. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I try to do my thing, but I should have been at 1 million subscribers here. I should have been at 1 million subscribers a long time ago. But, you know, when you speak truth to power, you know, it is what it is. I'm not surprised, but it's all great. Where can you send the Americana items? Send them to the museum, 2131 West Jefferson Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, 90018. Y'all send some of those things there to the museum. We're always looking for artifacts and items for the museum, and we really appreciate a lot of the stuff people send. We really, really appreciate that. And then worldwide, we get stuff worldwide, nationwide. And understand this, because look, we are foundational Black Americans. As we know, there is a cultural renaissance right now, but there's still respect. We still respect brothers and sisters who are non-FBA, because I get a lot of support from non-FBA brothers and sisters. The love and respect is still there. When we do events at the museum, we get a lot of non-FBA brothers and sisters who come through and show respect and show support. So we got love and respect there. But understand, we are having a cultural renaissance right now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, last night was funny as hell on my Twitter space. Well, we had a sassy Drake fan. That was funny. He was gangbanging on everybody. This was the funniest thing ever. If y'all haven't seen that broadcast, it's on my channel. We had a super sassy Drake fan who was banging on anybody who had any criticism for Drake. That's very, very funny stuff. So y'all go peep that. But listen, like I said, family, listen. We are in the middle of a cultural renaissance for foundational Black Americans. And the renaissance is taking the world by storm. A lot of people are getting shaken up by it. A lot of people are respecting it. It's shaking the table, but that's a great thing. Any renaissance is going to shake the table. We are having a cultural renaissance, a reawakening as foundational Black Americans, and we're gatekeeping our culture because it's more important than ever, ladies and gentlemen. Our lineage and pride and our dignity, it's being reclaimed. See, we as foundational Black Americans, we're not settling for like vague, generic labels of being lumped in with other groups that don't share the same history as us. See, right now, there's a clear movement to really identify, honor, and protect our distinct lineage. See, we got a lineage based on survival, resistance, creativity, and contributions really to the core American culture itself, right? And now we have widespread access to information, so it exposes a lot of hidden truths. See, a lot of internet and social media, there's good, bad things about it. The good thing is it has democratized history. We can discover and rediscover suppressed and whitewashed parts of our own history and teach each other this stuff. And we're using our art, our music, our media as a tool for self-definition. We're doing our own documentary films. We're doing our podcasts. We're doing films and cultural events and organizing these things. And that cultural creation, it's turning to cultural resistance. So it's sparking more pride, more curiosity, and more clarity, most importantly. We're being very clear about what the business is. And it was very important for us to have ethnic clarity, ladies and gentlemen. Ethnic clarity was very, very important because everybody kept trying to label us. They kept trying to put us in these powerless categories: people of color, minorities, African American. These are powerless identities that everybody can come and leech off of. We got together and said, no, we are not no generic ass category. We are a distinct people with an ethnogenesis here on American soil. That clarity is very important. It got the reparations movement a lot of momentum, lineage-based reparations discussions. That has gained legitimacy because that forced people to draw clearer lines about who qualifies, you see. And we, foundational Black Americans, we have taken the lead in pushing for this accountability. See, economic justice, it's now linked with identity. See, for a long time, we had the N-Cobra Sambos running around here talking about all people from Africa need reparations. We need the repatriation back to the motherland, all that old goofy ass stuff. We just let people come around and just say stuff and do stuff all willy-nilly. So now we're checking paperwork. Who are you, my dude? Where are you from? What do you represent? What organization sent you? Why is your forehead so big? Why is your hairline pushed back? Why you got so many gaps in your teeth? We're asking questions. Why is your wig crooked? Why is it so shiny? Why are you over there with Candace Owens? We're asking questions and getting clarity. Somebody said Essence is in damage control. Yes, they are. Everybody's on Essence's bumper right now. And we've been talking about Essence and how they tetherized the Essence Festival and everybody called them out for it. That's a great thing. That's a part of the Renaissance. We're not letting people take some of our cultural iconic brands and tetherize them and degrade them and vandalize them. Yeah? We're not letting that happen no more. There's a pushback against disrespect and erasure. See, we're checking everybody. We've been checking the white supremacists. Now we're checking tethers, everybody. Everybody's going to get checked. The media, we're checking everybody. We're not letting people rewrite history. Politicians, Kamala, Obama, they're getting called out. You're not going to come around us doing the running man and eating greens thinking that we're going to bring you in. We're treating everybody like cultural vampires. Get your ass outside of the juke joint. We're not inviting you in. Stand outside. Cultural disrespect is being confronted directly. And everybody's on code for the most part. Yeah? See, this echoes how the Harlem Renaissance popped off in the Black Arts movement. Like during the Harlem Renaissance in the 1920s and the Black Arts movement of the 60s, it was about self-definition. Back then, arts, music, identity, that was used to resist oppression. You see? People were telling black folks how inferior they were, and black folks got together. They were writing books, doing beautiful art, creating so much beautiful culture within Harlem, coming out of Harlem, showing the world, no, we are refined, we can be sophisticated, we can be intelligent, we are educated just like everybody else, and we're going to show you on our own terms. Damn what the media is showing you. You see? Every now and then, we just got to get a renaissance going on, and now we're tightening up the renaissance right now. We're making it very clear who's who. You define yourself or you be defined. We're defining ourselves and we're letting people know what the business is. And we are rejecting false inclusion narratives that we all in this together. That lie has worn thin. We're in this together when everybody can kind of capitalize off of us, when everybody can leech off of us. That's when we're all together. We're all one. Yeah? And we see how a lot of these groups come over here and they start benefiting from these anti-FBA policies. And they stand on the shoulders of our struggle and then turn around and then disrespect. See, the Renaissance, ladies and gentlemen, that's a response to the decades long of us being undermined. You see, in cultural gatekeeping, that's no longer a bad word right now. See, for a long time, we were told that if we gatekeep, we're being divisive, we're being hateful. Now we're realizing that this is about self-preservation, protection, power, man. We We have to protect our lineage, our legacy, and our ancestors. We're not going to let these phenomenal FBA ancestors be erased like they didn't exist, like they didn't put in work, like they didn't contribute to the betterment of all of these other groups. It's up to us, the descendants of these phenomenal foundational Black Americans, to uphold their legacy. And that's what we're doing now. You see? And global influence, see, that requires internal unity. See, foundational Black Americans, we are, let's be very clear, when we talk about culture and people try to talk about our culture, we are the culture of this country. Not only that, we are the biggest influencers of global culture. We're the most influential cultural group on the planet, from music to fashion to slang. Our impact is global. And the Renaissance is a necessary phase to tighten up internally while we continue to influence externally so that people don't go around stealing. Or if you use the culture we created, you're going to pay respect. And that goes for everybody. We just had this white country artist get on stage talking about Beyonce, that ain't country. Remember that? It was some white boy got up there talking about Beyonce is country. See, these people get so entitled to what we created, they want to turn around and disrespect when we reclaim it. Shout out to our queen mother, Beyonce. Much respect to her for reclaiming country. That is ours. We reclaimed hip hop in our film Microphone Check. That is ours, unapologetically. See, we're going to start claiming foundational Black American creations, ladies and gentlemen, and don't you ever be ashamed to do that. Because when we start reclaiming our FBA contributions, we are told, oh, if you say it was created by FBA, we're all one nigga. That is divisive. Why do you hate? We're all the same. Shout out to Zay. Much respect to you, Zay. Well, this is disrespectful. We're all one. Now, when these other groups, and I saw this post today, I reposted it. Now, let them get a win under their belt. When they get a win under their belt, this is what they do. I retweeted this today. And they've been doing this. When they get a win under their belt, shout out to P. Tyler. From immigrant dreams to doctoral degrees, meet Dr. Ann B. Zamore, the 23-year-old Haitian doctor. Boy, when y'all get a win, you let everybody know that you are not a foundational Black American. You make sure you're Haitian, Caribbean, Jamaican, African. You're going to make sure your ethnic group is front and center. And that's cool. That's okay. We're doing that. That's cool. Okay, don't get mad when we do it. That's what we're saying. If y'all want to see, because when you get a win, the minute you get a win, you Haitian. All right? When somebody commits a crime, oh, he's Black. We all Black. No. No. We are not allowed. We're not allowing people to turn us into their trash bins. You're going to have to hold your wins and your losses. See, here's the con game that's been run on us. See, this is the con game that's been happening. When these groups get a win, they hoard that win for themselves. Shout out to Jamaica. Oh, shout out to Haiti. Oh, this Ghanaian got a doctorate at Harvard. Oh, shout out to him. Ghana, stand up. When they get something, when they win, they put it over in their box. When we get a win, they also take it and put it in their box. See, that's the trick bag. When we get a win, we are required to share that win with them as an African group of people. So if we win, if we create hip hop, we all created hip hop. Because we all from Africa, and there was a tribe who had a drum, and they played a hip-hop beat 2,000 years ago, so we all created this. So whenever we win, they get to eat off that too. Now, when we take a loss, we do something negative, it's on us. When they do something negative, it's on us. Do you feel what I'm saying? When they do something janky, when you have an immigrant who robs a liquor store, oh, these black folks, black crime. What we gonna do about black crime? Now it gets dumped on black. And by default, we are foundational Black Americans. We are black. We are the black group by default. So when something negative gets dumped on black, no matter what ethnic group it comes from, it gets dumped on us. So they get to share all the wins and none of the damn losses. You see the con game that's been going on? So now that we're drawing the line, and anytime there's something janky going on, we're like, hey, wait a minute, this dude who just shot up a bunch of people and robbed a liquor store, his hairline looks a little funny. Where is his family from? And we do some research. Oh, that nigga, he's from Trinidad somewhere. He ain't us. Oh, wait. What is this shit? What is this? What do you mean we'll do? If the police pull me over and they don't ask if you're FBI, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that. Yeah, we ain't doing that double dipping shit. We ain't doing it no more. Everybody hold your wins and everybody hold your losses. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put all our wins on the board and put them in the foundational Black American category. And if you got some wins, if you get a degree or whatever, knock yourself out. But when you get some losses, you're going to take them losses too. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. Don't let them shame you with the whole one big Negro narrative. Because for the longest, folks have been trying to denigrate us. Man, if you look at TikTok, this renaissance that we're having now, boy, the tether class, they're losing their minds. These folks are crashing out because we are drawing lines in the sand. Let me play some video clips of some of these folks crashing out. These people are losing their minds because the days of tethering, those days are over, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, let me play some of these clips. It's so many of them. TikTok, boy, they are crashing out. It's so heavy. Let me see. Especially with Essence, the Essence thing really got them crashing out. And then some of these people start talking real weird. Let me play this dude right here. I think he's from the Caribbean. I don't know. I think he might be Trinidadian, but he's really salty over foundational Black Americans. Oh boy, when we start delineating, boy, all hell breaks loose. So listen to this tether whining about us. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me see. I'm messing up here. Where am I? Okay, here we go. All right, let's break him down. Hold on.
Honest. Most of our African American cousins who fictitiously identify themselves as ADOS, FBAs, and pretensions, they are extremely negative when it comes to seeking unity of purpose amongst our people.
And these people come from places where they bash each other upside the damn head, by the way.
I don't really understand what some of our black folk think, that if they delineate themselves in a society where they are overwhelming minority, it's gonna bring them some sort of advantage.
Yeah, it is. See, this is the con game. Oh, let me break all this stuff down. I'm gonna pause in between. See, that's the con game, and we fell for that in the 60s. They're like, yeah, you need us because, yeah, it's strength in numbers. So you FBA niggas, you need us. You're the minority, so you need us. See, we fell for that in the 60s. We thought, okay, let's help them get over here so we can get our numbers up. Getting a bunch of off-code Sambos, we might as well rock with our damn selves. We're better off on our own as foundational Black Americans. We don't need a bunch of off-code ass Sambos who didn't get nothing popping in their homeland. There's a bunch of y'all in your homeland and you didn't get nothing popping. So you come over here with that same cutthroat mentality. That's why we're drawing the line. We don't need a whole bunch of off-code people. Yeah, we're fine on our own. We're good. We're good on our damn own. We've done good enough so far. Hold on. Hold on.
It don't work like that.
Yes, it does.
If you are a minority in a particular geographical space. But in the greater geographical space, you are majority. For instance, black folk or melanated people are the majority in population. Who give one to fucks if you say you don't want to be African? Who cares? What do you own? What can you really show that you own? Do you have any representative at the United Nations? Do you have anybody at the United Nations or at any international organization that's representing your interests with your little fake identity?
Okay, he's hollering about, do we have any representatives at the United Nations? Okay, with that thick accent, well, you got a representative at the United Nations and you still had to flee. How's that working? How was your United Nations representative working for you? And you still from a failed homeland that you got to flee from and you over here running your mouth. You got representation at the UN. And by the way, it was Ralph Bunche, our Foundation of Black American icon, who was writing the charter for a lot of the independence for a lot of these third world nations, by the way, back in the 40s and 50s. So yeah, our representation who was with the United Nations did more for you than your own representation is done. Go look up Ralph Bunche. Somebody said he's Nigerian. Okay. Kind of thought he was Caribbean, but I do hear a kind of a Nigerian thing in there. Yeah, what's your representation doing for you? Now you over here fleeing, look like you're in your Uber, driving around customers. Hold on, let me play some more.
Do any international organization recognize you as an economic power?
Yeah, we are the cultural power here. Yes, we are. We drive the culture. So we are an economic power.
Look at a 38 years old in Africa, Captain Ibrahim Traore. He is the president of an entire country.
And he had to go to Russia and bow down for help.
How many FBAs can be a president in an entire country? No single one. So you all are just exotic.
Yeah, you got these janky titles, but no power. That don't mean nothing. You got a president, y'all sitting around eating dirt cookies. That don't mean nothing. We don't give a damn about these titles.
You can call yourself that, FBA. But remember, FBA is not a fucking race.
It is an ethnic group that you ain't a part of.
It's an identity.
It's an ethnic group that you ain't a part of and a lineage that you had to flee to.
That you created out of the struggles of our formerly enslaved African ancestors. Don't get it.
Who are foundational Black Americans? All right, you're speaking on our ancestors, sir. He's using the word our. You're not our, you're them. You were the folks, you come from the lineage who sold some of our folks.
Twisted. Somebody have to start pushing back on this stupidity. It's absolute idiocy. FBA is not.
All right. So we got angry tethers crashing out because the gravy train is over. All right? The gravy train is over, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, they have been crashing out. Let me play some more, ladies and gentlemen. Let me play some more. Right here, this woman is over here trying to get us on the immigration train. What's up, FBA Don put this up. This woman here is trying to shame us into supporting Hispanic immigrants and all this. Hold on.
Some Black people feel like, well, the Hispanics didn't stick up for us when we needed them to be there for us. They didn't march with us. And I know some people feel like that. And I get it. Trust me, I do. But at the same time, what do you teach your children? Two wrongs do not make a right.
Oh, no. And by the way, she sounds like, I hear a slight Caribbean accent in there. So she sounds like she's foreign too. And she's trying to use this us and we and us, we, our. Us, we, our. No, sweetie, I hear your little accent, by the way. No. And then they come around trying to do that us, we need to, two wrongs don't make a right. No, ma'am, sit your ass down. You're not going to shame us into caping for folks who've been spitting on us. No, we're sitting our asses down. We ain't doing nothing but chilling. Yo, you ain't shaming us. No. We ain't about to that whole thing, but we got to take the high road. Go to hell, man. Hell no.
Teach your children. Two wrongs do not make a right. So why don't you just be the bigger person, get out of your feelings, and stand up for what's right?
What's right is us looking out for our group, our ethnic group. That's what's right. That's what's right.
That's what we do as black people. We fight for justice.
Ma'am, you got an accent and you flee for justice, ma'am.
We know how to do it very well. So this is why I feel like the government, aka DT, ICE, whatever you want to call them, I feel like they're trying to tear us apart from each other. Okay,
where are we together? See, the tethers love talking that, the government tearing us apart. The government, the CIA, it's an operation from the FBI to peel us away. Where is all of this togetherness? Where is all of this togetherness? The togetherness is y'all fleeing over here eating off us. That's it. Exploiting us, that's it. That's the only togetherness there is. You come over here and exploit us for resources. That's it. Let me play the rest. Hold on.
Because they know that we are stronger together.
No, we ain't. We're weak with all of these people tethering off of us. You're stronger because you get to leech off of us. You see that? All of the tethers kind of have the same talking point. We have to be together with strength in numbers. No. Y'all need somebody to leech off of. We're the group that you can leech off of. We don't benefit from none of this shit. We don't benefit from you. What's up, son? What's up? We're not benefiting from this. You come over here and just come up off of all of the struggle, all of the sacrifice, all of the opportunity that we put together. And then turn around and tell us we're lazy and all of this stuff. Because we're going to get on that lazy nonsense in a minute. We're going to get on that lazy talk in a minute. Hold on.
If we band together, we can overcome this just like we overcome everything else that black people have faced. So, I don't know. I feel like people in their feelings now. Get out your feelings.
No, we good. No. Our feelings are good. We out here line dancing in cowboy boots. We are chilling. Y'all are shaking in your damn boots. We ain't looking out the curtains for an ice van. No. We ain't got to look under the bed and duck and dodge and hide under tables. We ain't got to do all that. And you ain't going to make us do that. You ain't going to shame us. They're going to get you next. No, they're not. Don't want to hear all that. Listen, I'm going to play some oldie but goodies. I'm going to play some clips. Y'all remember, I used to play clips for like the last decade. I would play clips warning people about the tether class, showing these clips of these people talking crazy about us. You never heard all of this. We all got to stick together now. Ooh, you didn't hear all that. Oh, we stronger together as a people. You didn't hear all that. Let me play just a little reminder of some of these clips that I've been playing over the years of the tether class talking crazy. Hold on one second. Here's like a little compilation of some old and new ones. Hold on. Non-human media. Shout out to non-human media. Okay, now I used to play these things back in the day.
And I'm not gonna lie.
Y'all remember her? I did a whole thing on her ass.
My parents always told me never hang out with black people. Don't think that you can be friends with them. Don't think that.
Now this woman is a Nigerian immigrant. I did a whole thing about her years ago, breaking her down. She had all of these anti-FBA videos talking about, her Akata's this, and her parents told her not to marry an Akata and all this stuff.
They're the same origination as you. Don't think that there's any similarity there besides their skin color. So don't try to, they always just refer to them as something derogatory and not really worth it, like nothing, So
I wanted to know why exactly why my Nigerian parents don't like black people.
Y'all remember I played this clip years ago. Remember this?
I mean, aren't we all black? No, Ada, you are not black. You are not Akata. We are Nigerians. We know where we come from. We are not waywards. Black people are so disrespectful. They do not know how to respect their elders. And what is this Black Lives Matter nonsense? Every single life matters. Foolish gods killing one another. Black Lives Matter, but you are killing yourself. Look at these black teenagers having babies. 15 babies having babies.
And family, and we started pointing out the irony of this because Nigeria has the #1 paternity fraud in the world, by the way. You're talking about some babies. They got paternity fraud out the wazoo out there.
Me with my mother being an American black woman and my father being a Jamaican man from Jamaica, right? I can say that my father's side of the family looked at black Americans a certain way. And they already had in their mind, whether they said it on social media or not, oh, Yankee this, Yankee that. That's been a real thing. We could sit here and make it seem like it's an illusion, but
like my parents are both from Grenada. They came here in the 80s and 90s. So what he was saying about how they think that black people are lazy does resonate with me because I've heard that a lot.
A certain way, if you just have the right degrees, if you're just kind of, distance yourself in a way from black Americans, you'll be safe, you'll be fine. Just love everybody. And
growing up, being raised to be very proud of being Haitian American, there was also for me, as there were for many other Caribbean people or just any other, I would say, immigrant individuals from immigrant populations, this, again, what I talked about, the racial distancing, don't be like the black Americans. That was very common that you would hear that. And it's not surprising for me to hear other people talk about when they were growing up, this idea.
You see, so family, don't you dare let nobody shame you. They've been doing this for years. They've been saying little stuff and they've been doing this stuff for years. The lazy, oh, we're so lazy. The lazy Akata, and that's a projection. We're going to get on that lazy thing because that's what the theme is about. But let me tell y'all how deep this thing is, family. That whole denigrating of us on the low, we just started to see it within the last decade because of social media. They would say this stuff behind closed doors all the time. But because of social media, Twitter and all that stuff, and then Clubhouse, they started getting comfortable enough to say it publicly within their little group. So we started to hear it. You understand? And y'all remember, I used to play these clips all the time, warning people about how these folks would act. Saying this little weird stuff. But family, somebody found something from the Negro Digest from the 1960s. There's a book, I think it was a weekly magazine, something like that, from the 1960s called the Negro Digest. This is something from 1963, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to read this with you guys. I want y'all to see this. This is from 1963. It's a book called The Negro Digest. 63. What's that? 62 years ago. And there was an article that they had called The West Indian Syndrome. 1963. Let me see if I can show the date. Okay, let me. All right, this is from the Negro Digest. Right here. This is the cover of it. The year 1963. And this article, this was 62 years ago. This was written by, I think this guy was Trinidadian. He was West Indian himself. And shout out to him. He was exposing his fellow West Indians. He was exposing some of his anti-FBA, hating ass fellow West Indians for their negative disposition about us. Because see, at the time in New York, you had quite a few, a significant number of British speaking West Indians from like Trinidad, Barbados, and Jamaica. They would allow them, they had kind of a loophole to let certain West Indians over in New York to work as domestics. And they would kind of let the ones who could speak English come in and kind of prioritize them. Now the Haitians, all of them, not them. The Spanish-speaking Negroes, not really. But some of the West Indians who could speak English pretty decently, or just speak English, period, who were under the British Commonwealth, which were Trinidadians, Barbados, and Jamaicans, they would let a lot of them in to a certain degree. So a lot of them were in New York. A significant number of them were in New York. And this after 1965, when we were really fighting to get restrictions off that immigration, then we saw a real big flood of all of them come over here. A lot of them come over here. But even in 1963, I want y'all to hear what these people were saying about us. This 1963, this is the middle of the civil rights movement. While we're out here getting our brains blown out, fighting for these people and black people, welcoming people in. We're up here getting unified as foundational black Americans. I want you to hear what these tethers were saying about us in the 1960s, family. All right? Let's go through this article. To be or not be an American Negro. Some West Indians resent being called Negroes, and yet they're not accepted as white, and they are too well off to go back to the islands. All right, hold on. Hold on one second. My aunt was very happy yesterday. I hadn't seen her in a long time. She had come to America to become a citizen. Proudly, she unwrapped the letter from the governor and the mayor and showed them to me. All right, hold on. Let me skip past this. So basically, he's talking about his own family. Okay. I can never be an American U.S. citizen. She doesn't want to be considered an American Negro. As a matter of fact, she's ashamed of being an American Negro. And with this standard neurosis of the average West Indian immigrant, he or she does not want to be considered an American Negro. Subconsciously, they believe that the white man prefers them over non-American Negroes. No, prefer them as non-American Negroes. We've been saying that. In short, she wishes to be the white man's favorite N-word. And she may well be happy because she seems to be succeeding. He seems to be succeeding in dehumanizing himself. This is the color complex of the West Indian Negro. One who doesn't understand the fight for freedom in America, one who doesn't wish to understand it. I have yet to meet a West Indian Negro who doesn't feel like he is better than the American Negro and therefore equal to the American white with whom he wishes to associate. Not everybody born in the West Indies can be Sidney Poitier or Cleveland Robinson, two of the many West Indians who have entered mainstream of American life. The majority, whether they are from Trinidad, Jamaica, Barbados, Grenada, or any other part of the Caribbean, seek to degrade the American Negro. And every time he found a bone, somebody once said that the immigrant is a mad dog in search of any bone, and every time he found a bone, he would cross a bridge and look down the water, see a larger bone, drop his own bone, and run down the bank of the river, to be deceived by his unquenchability. Well, the immigrant Negro in America seems to be a mad dog with a bone in his mouth, constantly dropping it and finding others throughout his long search for an identity. Some time ago, I met a Jamaican in Greenwich Village bar. I asked him whether he had become an American citizen. He said no and never. Soon, he was lashing out at the defects of the American Negro, pretending to be holier than thou in the castle of his unpopular skin. They are animals, he said. They are this, they are that. I challenge his statements. Oh, you wouldn't know. You have to work with them. He works with them with some civil rights organization in New York. Wow. This young man is about 26 years old. He came here 3 years ago to study engineering. Now he works part-time with this civil rights organization. Wow. But what can he do in the interest of civil rights, buried down as he is with such prejudices? Back in Jamaica, his father is an executive member of some branch of the government. All right, let me go down. He struggles, he's a black man, a Negro. So in order to retain an identity which can set him apart from what he considers an irresponsible mob, he stays in his Caribbean closet. I'm from Jamaica, he says when you meet him, but he doesn't even have to say it. The exact preservation of his accent will warn you. However, that still won't be enough to show you how much he's not a part of the American dilemma. He will criticize American Negroes even openly calling them N-words. As soon as his studies are finished, he says he intends to return to his island home to become a small bureaucrat. He's not unlike my aunt, and there are thousands of other aunts out there. My aunt rents a room from a Trinidadian, a woman who is an American citizen, a woman who has children born in America, but a woman who would never stand to be called an American. Because once you make her an American, you make her an American Negro. This woman spends her time thinking so many things of the American Negro that in an attempt to be such a generous thinker, she generally manages to outsay that those whites who think the worst of any Negro. They have no morals, she said, because they drink beer out of cans. They don't know how to rear children. They are lazy without ambition. We came here, she said, meaning the thousands of West Indians in the States, and in so little time, we have educated our children and bought so many apartment houses here in New York, but they, the American Negroes, talk of the South. Why don't they leave the South and come here, you tell me? I told her that hundreds of Negroes leave the South every week in search of a better life, but to no avail, my words falling on deaf ears. She will not rent her room to an American Negro without the recommendation of somebody who she respects. Years ago, she sent her daughter to a predominantly white school, and the child was accepted as an American Negro, in fact, which she was. Okay, let me read some more. Just so this is heavy. Okay, so yeah, these people were doing little slick stuff back then. They would get their little apartment complexes and then Jim Crow us. They've been doing this, family. This is from 1963. They've been tethering and doing little undermining ass stuff from day one. They've been doing, family, remember, this is in the 60s where we were out here taking bullets, fighting for them and all of us. Yeah? And a lot of this stuff is projection, by the way. Y'all give me a retweet. We're talking heavy in here tonight. Y'all give me a retweet. Family, let's get about 5,000 people in here. Give me a retweet. But listen, let me tell you something about that whole lazy talk. They love to throw that lazy jacket on foundational Black Americans. Family, that lazy nonsense, that's a major... That's basically them hating. When they run around talking about how lazy we are. See, that's a lie, because we ain't got to hustle scramble like them in order to eat. We can just kick back and chill after work. Listen, foundational Black American labor built this country for free. No other group in U.S. history has been forced to labor without compensation for centuries, building the physical and economic foundation of America. To call us lazy after centuries of unpaid, brutal labor, that's slaveholder propaganda. And look, that whole hard-working immigrant, that's what we call survivor hustling. That's not no superior work ethic. You're not... Listen, many immigrants are forced to take on multiple jobs because you're working and getting paid under the table, so you're not really making a livable wage because you're an immigrant. A lot of times you come over illegally. So you got to take scraps, living in a house with 20 people. You understand? So you got to work 3 or 4 jobs because you're not really yet integrated into the legal or economic framework. Whereas foundational Black Americans, we're already legal citizens. We got generational roots here. So we ain't got to overdo it in order to survive. We don't have to work 10 jobs. Our foundational Black American ancestors made it so that we can live a stable existence. We can just work our job, and when we go to the job, we ain't immigrants. We're going to demand a livable wage. We can unionize. We can say, hey, we got together and say, you're going to have to pay us such and such an hour. You're going to have to give us some damn benefits, some dental. Yeah, we ain't walking around here working 10 jobs with janky gap teeth and all that shit. We're going to make sure we're going to get paid a livable wage. We're going to work them 8 hours, come home, sit on the porch and chill. That ain't laziness. That's stability. All right? That's stability, ladies and gentlemen. So when we're sitting on the porch chilling after a long day's work, we work our 8 hours so we get to relax and chill and kick it and enjoy our family. While we're sitting there chilling, they're driving back and forth with the Uber, still working until 1 o'clock in the morning. That's a you problem. That ain't us being lazy. You fled, so you got to do fleeing nigga shit. All right? That's what you do when you flee. All right? You got to scrounge and scrape. Because you ain't got no stability. All right? Come on now. Check them on that lazy talk. You ain't going to tell us about laziness. We done been to your homeland. All right? Lazy is running around here 2025 with a dirt road and you peeing in a river. All right, that's lazy. All right? Come on now. I'm not trying to denigrate people, but y'all not gonna keep up with these weird ass tropes. Huh? See, we can be calm and chill. Calmness from Foundation of Black Americans, that's the luxury that we fought for. We had to work for free for centuries to build up the wealth of this nation so y'all can come flee to it. We said enough of that. We're gonna have to get a livable wage and we're gonna have to be able to chill like everybody else. Foundation of Black Americans paid a heavy price so our children wouldn't have to scramble just so they can exist. The fact that we can live without 3 jobs and 15 damn roommates, that's not no moral flaw. That's the testament to our generational survival and sacrifice, baby. And see, all of y'all come over here, y'all start exploiting the system that we died fighting to open for you. We were on the front line of the civil rights movement. As you see, we had tethers in these civil rights organizations secretly harboring resentment. We were dismantling these segregation quotas and these bans and all that. We made it possible for people can come here post-1965. We did that. So y'all came in under lanes that we've already pre-cleared. And undocumented overwork, that's not heroism. That's not nothing to look up to. That's not nothing to pop our collar to. Yeah, you going around here being exploited as a tether. Yeah, we don't want to be that. You try to make yourself feel better because you're an exploited tether. You running around here working 20 hours a damn day because you fled your damn homeland. And you can't make a real livable wage and you try to shame us. You guys are lazy. How come you're not working 20 hours? No, because we got sense. We got stability. Y'all ain't running that trick on us. We ain't about to sit up here work. We didn't work long enough like that. We ain't got to work like that. We created a lane where we can make livable wages without working ourselves to the damn bone like roaches. Huh? Come on now. Just scattering all over. No. You ain't shaming us. We don't aspire to that. That ain't honorable. You fleeing over here to work 3 fast food jobs and then you want to shame somebody? That's you projecting. Fleeing is lazy. You took the lazy route. You didn't build your own homeland. We did the heavy lifting already. Huh? We already did the damn heavy lifting. Y'all better start checking people. Yeah? Being forced to work under the table, living in unsafe conditions. You ain't got no damn medical care. That ain't no damn hard work. Your ass is exploited. You a damn refugee. Yeah? You being an exploited. We ain't exploited. We ain't letting folks exploit us no more. We stopped that shit. Yeah? So yeah, foundational Black Americans, we refuse to let exploitation be a damn identity for us. That ain't lazy. You ain't projecting that on us. We ain't getting exploited no more. Damn that. Come on now. No, they ain't about to do that hip hop nothing. Hip hop is FBA culture and they know it. You ain't about to, we didn't stop that lie. But look, foundational Black American culture, it influenced the world through creativity, not through desperation. Jazz, hip hop, sports, fashion, slang, political movements. Yeah. Our culture has traveled the world without us resorting to sweatshop style labor. So we got cultural innovation, spiritual grounding, social transformation, higher forms of labor, all that stuff. So yeah, we're not exploited. And see, this immigrant group labor, see, their little networks, they often rely on these illegal, unethical practices. See, a lot of these immigrant communities, they practice this group hiring, wage pooling, shared housing, tax manipulation. Y'all got degree mills. Y'all have these fake degrees. Everything is a little scramble scam going on. We don't have all that. We ain't got all that little scammy stuff going on. Yeah. Calling us lazy because we ain't got to get up early to start scamming all damn day. Huh? We ain't got all those little janky little networks. And we still survive. That's called resilience, not laziness. We don't have fake degree mills, fake nursing mills. See, you work hard because, yeah, you got to do extra in order to survive on basic shit. In order to have a basic job, you got to go somewhere and you got to get up at 6 in the morning, go down to the immigration office, then get a work permit, and then go down to the fake degree mill and help them work on your fake degree. And you got to run around doing all of this little janky, scammy shit all day in order to make $8 an hour. We ain't got to do that. That ain't lazy. It's called stability. That's not lazy. We just don't have to get up early doing all that weird shit. We are good. This is our homeland. We are stable. Yeah, but that's why they be up early. You got to get up early for the scams. The scams start real early. Yeah? Come on now. Don't ever let nobody fix their mouth talking about a foundational Black American is lazy. Don't ever let them fix their mouth for that shit. Yeah? Man. Hard work shouldn't be romanticized when it's rooted in desperation. The need to work 18 hours a day, that comes from a place of instability. That comes from insecurity. That comes from a lack of generational wealth. We gonna make somebody pay us what we supposed to get. We gonna have some damn dignity. You understand? That's what the workers' rights movement should be. We gonna demand some dignity. Mm-hmm. And our labor and foundational Black American contributions, it goes far beyond menial labor. You know, we've excelled in science, military service, education, medicine, law, engineering, political organizing, the whole shebang, with no support in a hostile system. The immigrants, y'all just focus on visible physical labor. And we done all that. And we fought battles in an invisible system that reshaped the nation. So them running around talking about us lazy, that's resentment. That's their internalized anti-Blackness. Yeah? And foundational Black American labor, it was never about how hard we worked. It was about how hard we worked and how little we were rewarded. So we started demanding bigger rewards. Yeah? So yeah, we ain't letting those tropes go by no more. Those tropes are over. Shout out to everybody for the super chat. Much respect to everybody for the super chats. Thank y'all for the super chats. Who's this texting me? Hold on. Oh, somebody saw. Sorry. I'm up here chopping it up with y'all. I'm missing calls. Let me get this in a second. But family, you know what? The thing is, shout out to everybody in here. We're in here heavy. Give me another retweet. Let folks know we're live. Family, you know what it is. for a long time, we kind of let folks spew a lot of this nonsense for a long time, and we kind of overlooked it. Like I said, as you saw in that article, these people have been saying this little weird shit about foundational Black Americans for decades. And we were just silent about it. We only got vocal just recently, we only got vocal pushing back from that. Now, why did we let that go on so long, family? Because we heard rumblings now, especially in New York, Miami, places where a lot of these African and Caribbean immigrants are, especially in places like that. Now, a lot of times in other parts of the country, we just weren't around them like that. But the thing is, a lot of times we kind of let them get those tropes off on the low. We heard little things here and there, but we didn't really trip. Well, one reason, we were focused on the bigger enemy, which was white supremacy. So if we heard them say little janky stuff, we whatever. We're focusing on the white supremacists. So we were basically focused on battling systematic racism, police brutality, mass incarceration, economic exclusion. So immigrant disrespect, we just kind of looked at it as minor compared to the larger dangerous threats. So we just said, hey, whatever, we'll holler at y'all about that later. And also, we as foundational Black Americans, we understood having a cultural code of unity among Black people. See, we were raised as foundational Black Americans to understand the power of Black unity. We all look out for each other to a certain degree. So we criticize other Black people, even immigrants. That was discouraged in favor of solidarity. So we didn't want to be seen criticizing fellow Black folks. And we were always foundational Black Americans. We were hospitable, we were forgiving. So we would always extend open arms to these Black immigrant groups as a gesture of shared struggle. And that hospitality kind of led to a form of silence. When we saw some of these anti-FBA sentiments, we thought, well, eventually we'll understand each other. We ain't gonna trip. And also, we didn't want to be labeled xenophobic because they love throwing that xenophobic shit at us. We don't give a damn now. See, we didn't want to be xenophobic. We don't, speaking out against an immigrant, even when it's justified, we didn't want to be seen as, okay, we're being anti-African, we're being divisive, we're being xenophobic by mainstream society and leftist circles, basically. And we didn't want to be seen as the aggressors. Damn that now. They love you xenophobic. I don't give a damn. Get your musty ass up out of here if you're going to try to undermine us. Yeah? And also, there was a lack of organized ethnic identity. See, we sit up here letting these folks call us African Americans and all of that. So we really didn't have a clear name or framework to distinguish ourselves from other Black groups. When we start saying, hey, we're foundational Black American, we ain't no generic damn Africans. Because we were like, well, we can't criticize that person. That's our African brother. We can't criticize him. That's our brother. Yeah, we can criticize that tether. Yes, we can. Oh, damn that. Yeah, when we start getting the Myron Gaines and the Candace Owens and these people who are working to wipe us the hell out, we can criticize that ass. Yeah? Because, we thought, well, in time, time will correct it. We assume that once these immigrants, they see the truth and they'll appreciate the struggle that we've had and the sacrifices we made for them. They would stop trying to disrespect and undermine us. So we waited and waited. We ain't wait no more. We thought time would heal. No, it got worse. We started waiting, and then all of a sudden, these people started getting elevated in certain positions where they can systematically harm us with policies like the Obamas, Kamala Harris, the Congressional Black Caucus full of tethers. So now it's gotten there. So we're like, hell no. So it's a whole different vibe now. It's a whole different vibe. We didn't shut that door. So we're gatekeeping now. The day of the tethering is over. Everybody's going to get some damn act right. Everybody's going to get some act right. And now that we're making everybody get act right, some of these people are getting more unhinged. They're talking even more crazy. Let me play some more clips. These folks get so damn delusional with some of the stuff that they're saying. Let me play this clip of this one woman. Hold on. There's a few clips I got to play. Hold on. Now, they're still complaining about Essence Fest. Essence Fest, we really shook the table with that because they weren't expecting us to call them out for vandalizing Essence Fest. So you got more people upset over the gatekeeping. Here they go with these shaming tactics and all of that. That's not working. Hold on.
Hey, so shout out to Mecca for actually posting about an event that she actually attended, because leave it up to you all, leave it up to the Black American MAGA. You would think that there was no representation of Black Americans at that event. Let me give this disclaimer. I am first gen Black American from my mom's side, and my dad is first gen from his side. The comments I'm seeing are so xenophobic. There's no way that we could literally be in a recession. We're not in the middle of a recession. We're knee deep in a recession. And the only answer that you all can come up with as to why Essence Fest was not as lit or not as popular or maybe not as packed as previous years is because it's no longer being ran by Black Americans.
Well, that's the truth. And what the Tethers are doing now, they're trying to blame some recession. Oh, the people money is funny. Man, folks are going to Beyonce concerts, packing them up. We still got money to go get our entertainment or whatever. It ain't the money. Oh, it ain't the money. We got money to go where we want to go. Oh, that's them trying to cop please. No. They were tethering Essence up and they're degrading it and they're bringing it down. All right? And people are rightfully calling them out. Essence is being tethered out and people are calling it out. And they're mad because they're getting called out.
Give me a break. During this time of year, flights can go anywhere from, because it is expected that Essence Fest will be held in New Orleans. I've seen flights for $500. The average American do not have a savings account with $1,000.
Ma'am, these tethers be trying to project shit on us. Yeah, we do. The average Black American got $1,000. Yes, they do. Stop it. What the hell are you talking about? You think the average American, Black American, ain't got $1,000 in their bank account? Come on now. Hold on.
You think they're going to spend $500, right? With increased layoffs, lots of instability, in this economy, $500 to go to a festival? Use your common sense.
Ma'am, don't project your brokenness and your struggle on us, man. We travel all over the place. What are you talking about? We all over the place. We go to Vegas, Miami, Atlanta. We always somewhere on a plane, flying out, traveling, kicking it. What the hell? Hold on. Okay. Well, these folks just be saying they're crashing out. They're just getting all types of illogical ass talking points out here. And this woman right here, Lord. Okay, I don't know what y'all. She kept talking about we need to get with Africa because it's the winning team. What? Y'all gotta make sense of this for me. Hold on, because us delineating got these folks tripping. Hold on.
Breaking news to African Americans: you cannot stand alone as a nation. Okay. That nation is taken. It's called Africa. The Essence Festival exposed a lot within the Black community, for me personally, because while I was making a video about the cancel culture of Black people, there was a silent war going on within the Black community, and it's between the African Americans and the Africans.
Essence Fest isn't about all of the Black people in the diaspora. It's about Black Americans, all right?
Who are you? You are African before you are Americans.
No. Oh, God. Let me calm down. Boy, these people, Let me calm down. I'm going to calm down. they get my blood boiling with this. Okay. They love to try to define us. Family, I'm going to play the rest. It's imperative that they make us generic Africans. You are African before any. They have to make us generic Africans so that they can have a one-upman thing on us. It's imperative that they make us generic Africans. That's why they hate when we embrace our foundational Black American lineage. We're not continental Africans. We are foundational Black Americans. They need us to be generic Africans for two reasons. One, so that they can have a one-upman on us, so they can say, well, you are African, but I'm a real African. So I get to have authority. You're African, but I'm a real African. So I now, because I'm a real African directly from the continent, I can shot call and I have more cultural authority over you. So second, anything you African Americans get, I get first dibs at it, me being the real African. So whatever y'all get, as an African, give me first dibs on it. Real Africans first. See the con game? So when we say, we're foundational Black Americans. Wait, nigga, this is divisive. Meaning, you don't get first dibs at the pot no more. This is why they kind of, y'all African. Now they know, behind closed doors, we all types of Akatas. Behind closed doors, we're Akatas and Jareers and Yanks and everything under the damn sun. But they got to try to pull this Jedi mind trick on us that we ain't falling for no more. All right, hold on. Oh, goodness, hold on.
Essence Fest isn't about all of the Black people in the diaspora. It's about Black Americans, all right?
Who are you? You are African before you are Americans. The Americans don't want you. They don't care about your history because when Black people are in a room, any non-Black person cannot tell who's African or who's African American.
Ma'am, we can tell. Ma'am, we know, in many cases, we know. And you talking about they don't want us, we want us. Listen, that's that tether thing where they have to get approval from whites. We don't need white approval. Newsflash, do you know us as foundational Black Americans, we cuss white supremacists out all the time, all day, every day. We clearly don't need no damn approval. That's y'all projecting your thing on us. You need approval from them. When they show up to your village, you got to go do the tribal dance. Hum yum yum boo-baye, hum yum yum boo-baye. You got to do your tribal dance. We don't. You got to go run to Sally Struthers. We don't. We don't need no damn approval. They don't want you. No, they don't need to want us. This is our shit. This is our homeland. This is our land. We built this. We don't need approval. They love talking about what the whites don't want. Who gives a damn? That's you. You got to walk on eggshells with them. We don't. Hold on.
Black people are in a room. Any non-Black person cannot tell who's African or who's African American just by looking at us. Look at the population of the entire continent of Africa. You decide to remove yourself from the continent and stand alone. You know, I remind you that when it comes to global platforms, Africa...
Hold. God damn. I'm trying not to get pissed, listen, because I didn't really hear the whole thing. We hold on, let me breathe. Hold on. Okay. She said, we decided to move ourselves from the continent of Africa? You mean y'all Negroes who sold people away from it? We decided to remove ourselves? You mean sold away by you Negroes? And we're supposed to claim you? You removed us. And then we're supposed to go around claiming you? You removed us and then start calling us Akatas didn't give us no welcome back or nothing. And then we're supposed to sit up here and claim you didn't help us. We had to deal with slavery on our own. Centuries of slavery. We didn't get no help from you. We had to deal with a century of Jim Crow on our own. We didn't get no help from you. We had to deal with lynchings on our own. We didn't get no help from you. We had to deal with civil rights on our own. We didn't get help from you. When our brothers and sisters went over to Africa trying to get them on board, they were telling us to kick rocks. Come on. Come on. Okay, let me play some more. The nerve. Boy, the damn nerve. Hold on.
The entire continent of Africa. You decide to remove yourself from the continent and stand alone. You know, I remind you that when it comes to global platforms, Africans are actually winning. Like, I'm sure you know how to use Google. Africans are knocking it out. Like, you are literally fighting the winning team when you look like the winning team.
I'm confused as you. The winning team? You knocking it out the box? Let me just, I gotta sit for a minute. The winning team? Winning where? I'm confused. Family, what is she talking about? The winning team? Winning, what are you winning, dear? What do you mean you winning? Winning what? Winning where? Y'all over there, your economies are collapsed. You're eating dirt cookies and bushmeat. I'm not trying to be mean, but don't winning what? What are you winning? You're knocking what out the box? What are you knocking out the box? You're knocking hyena meat out? What are you knocking out the box? For real, what are you talking about? See, this is what I'm saying. And we ain't supposed to check this stuff? You're just saying stuff and we ain't supposed to check it? You niggas, the winning team, get with the winners. We're knocking it out the box. And why are you over here? Why are you getting on an inner tube to get the hell up out of there? Come on, y'all start saying this weird stuff and then wonder why you get lit up. People start clowning. You can't say weird stuff like that. Winning what? What are you winning? You're knocking what out the box? Flies and what are you knocking out? I'm not trying to be mean. What? Y'all can't say stuff like this. You can't say weird, jive-ass nonsense like this while you're trying to reprimand us. You just can't do that. Good grief. Hold on, let me play the rest. Hold on. Good grief, man. Okay. Wow.
Really fighting the winning team. When you look like the winning team, wouldn't it make sense for you to just join the winning team? And are you standing against Africans when you're supposed to be standing against your oppressors? Like, you say, I'm African American. Yeah, but the Americans don't want you. So you might as well just join the wagon that Africa is on as a nation. The narrative
What the hell? What wagon? What is she trying? Africa is so damn divided. They're not clicked up over there. Y'all it's so damn divided over there. What wagon? What wagon? Y'all, you just can't say stuff. You're just saying shit. Come on. Okay. Wow.
Has been painted like, oh, Africans act like they're better. We are not better. We are just more cultured. We have strict rules.
You're more cultured? See, then the slick shit comes in. Then the slick talk comes in. Cultured how? Family, anytime they start talking, we're just more cultured than you uncultured niggas. Boy, Boy, I wish they say that stuff around. They know who to say that stuff around. Shout out to Free Spirit. Boy, they know who to say that stuff around. They know not to say that stuff around some of us. Cultured how? Cultured how? What's your culture? They can never tell you what the culture is. What's your culture? Notice when you ask them, what's your culture? They can never give you an answer. We are the culture here. We can tell you what our culture is as foundational Black Americans. Our culture is American culture. We are, everything that is significant in American culture comes from foundational Black Americans. We literally are the culture, the music culture, the sports culture, the food culture. We are the culture here. We can go down the list of everything that is foundational Black American culture. Opportunities for you over here is foundational Black American culture. That's something that we help put together. Ladies and gentlemen, the soul food, all of our cuisines, that's foundational Black American culture. All of our music genres, foundational Black American culture. Civil rights is foundational Black American culture. It ain't white culture. They weren't fighting for no damn civil rights. We had to make people get up on that civil rights thing. I can show you what foundational Black American culture is. What the hell is yours? Not trying to be mean, but if you say something, man, back it up. Oh, let me play the rest. Good grief, man. Oh, Lord, let me play the rest. Man. Hold on.
We are not better. We are just more cultured. We have strict rules. The guardrails that we have been raised with is not soft. The freedom you have as African Americans, Africans don't have it. We still answer to our elders. African children are raised deeply into culture. Culture comes with respect, standard, morals, and a lot of things.
Okay. Ma'am. See, family, don't let them come over here with that horse shit. Respect, morals, y'all be over there beating women in the head with hyena bones, doing forced circumcisions, selling kids, slanging bussy at the green card office, doing paternity frauds, kidnapping whole villages, chopping people's feet off. Don't run over here with that moral shit. Don't come over here with that. We're more moral. Man, please. Y'all got scams all over the place. Your passports ain't recognized in certain places. Your bank accounts ain't recognized. Come on. Don't start that stuff. Don't do that. Come on. Don't do that. Because we know the real deal. Don't talk about no morals and y'all got every scam imaginable happening. Don't do that. I'll be doing money sacrifices, killing people for rituals. Come on. Don't do that now, ma'am. I'm going to have to get real polite on that ass. Ma'am. See, they get over here and try to get brand new. They get over here, because some of us have been over there. Yeah, they try to get over here and run that game. I call it the Prince of Zamunda game. Like, oh, we were over there in our palace respecting our elders. I done seen old women get beat down with rhino horns over there. Come on, miss me with that respect to elders. They'll knock you in the head with a damn elephant tusk over there. Stop. Okay, come on.
Africans don't have it. We still answer to our elders. African children are raised deeply into culture. Culture comes with respect, standard, morals, and a lot of things. African Americans, on the other hand, are very free people. You have the most freedom I've seen on the planet, apart from Caucasian, right? So it's not like Africans are...
it's something called standing on business. Yeah, we got freedoms. Yeah, we didn't... Look, they think that white people just happen to be nice to us. Yeah, we had to work hard for them damn freedoms. We had to stand on business for those freedoms. We had to have respect for each other and our lineage and our ancestry to get those freedoms. You see, they didn't just come because of the benevolence of white people. We had to fight the most powerful military on the planet in order to get those freedoms. All right? And then extended them to you. All right? That's why you over here babbling.
Acting like they're better than you. Africans are just more cautious than you because we can't afford to mess up. Because we are being cautious, you think we are being arrogant. Our parents are still paying for our tuition. We are never too grown for our African parents.
Well, yeah, because y'all live with your family until you 70 years old. Y'all all stay in the same damn house. Yeah, we don't live like that.
It's not anything to do with you. It's just the upbringing that we have. Africans in diaspora have spent so much money to live abroad. They cannot disappoint the elders. They cannot disappoint the family. They are working really hard to let their family members know we have made you proud, okay? The competition is within us. It doesn't have anything to do with any other person.
Mother, I am driving Uber.
The only cancellation we are afraid of is the one from our family. Do you understand? So when you see a lot of people say, oh, Africans act this way, Africans are proud, it's not intentional. It has not.
No, we don't. No. We didn't say that. We ain't saying how proud you are because that's cap. We ain't saying that. See how they try to. That's some deceptive shit. We ain't saying that because you're insecure. We ain't saying you're proud. You ain't proud. I'm not dissing immigrants and all that, but I'm talking about the tether class like her. You ain't proud. I'm not talking about all immigrants because most of y'all, a lot of y'all don't act like that. I'm talking about the tether class like her. That ain't coming from somewhere pride. That's coming from insecurity. All that tether babble, that ain't pride. You ain't fooling us. Y'all you think we look at you like, oh, you prideful. No, we look at you as insecure, as an insecure hater when you talking like that. We know you ain't proud for fleeing. We don't look at you like somebody who's proud and you have to float over here on a damn inner tube. We know that ain't a sense of pride. You ain't fooling nobody. We don't never say that. I ain't never heard a Foundation of Black America, oh, they say they proud. No. You rolling around in a damn Postmates card, that ain't pride. I'm not even being mean, but no. You trying to give yourself a little backhanded compliment. We ain't saying that. We ain't saying you so proud. Because we know that there's an insecurity there. That's why you project your shit onto us. There ain't no pride in sitting up here running scams. No, we don't never say that. No. We don't never say that. Yeah? We came up with the slogan Black and Proud. Not y'all. Hold on.
Nothing to do with you.
Why is there a Jollof versus Jambalaya competition at Essence Fest? That's not needed.
The way we fight over nonsense as black people just pisses me off. Why are we fighting over Jambalaya and Jollof at Essence Festival? It's a Black Nation festival. Regardless of where the nation is located.
No. That's that tether talk. If it's just black, no matter where. No. See, we're going to have to put lines in the sand. When these folk, when they have Caribbean Day Parade, it ain't just black, it's their day. Puerto Rican Day Parade, it ain't just black and African, it's their day. When they want to celebrate something culturally relevant to their homeland, they put a gate around it. That's fine. See, they're trying to, our stuff again, they try to make our foundational Black American brands and cultural icon entities, they try to generically make it African. Oh, this is for everybody. No. This is something where you're going to respect our damn culture. No, you're not going to come up here with jollof and bushmeat and tell us this is all black. No, you're going to respect our damn culture. And if y'all, the tether class, that went and bought Essence and y'all want to revamp it because you bought it, call that shit something else. Call it something else. Because, yeah, that ain't Essence. We grew up on Essence. The shit y'all have going on there, that ain't what we grew up on. Now, if you want to tetherize it, call it something else. That's why it's failing. That's why people are feeling a certain way about it. Yeah? That's why people are feeling a certain way about Essence this year. Because of that mindset right here. Let me play the rest. Hold on.
As black people are there, we are the nation. Why are we trying so hard to cause a division within the black race? There's just one black race. What is that? Was the African?
Y'all got a gazillion tribes in your homeland alone, ma'am. Stop it.
Again, let me tell you something. You cannot wash out the color of your skin. Even if you are bright.
This woman has cake soap on her face, family. How ironic. You see the cake soap on the face, by the way.
Skin. Your hair's still thick. Your body physique is different, okay? Your DNA shows that you're pretty much African. Stop trying
Ma'am, you're not going to tetherize us. We are foundational black Americans, ma'am. You're not going to tether on our lineage. We have our own unique lineage here. We are not no damn generic goddamn Africans.
To disconnect yourself from Africa as a continent. Be a part of the winning team. Continue to build and fight with the winning team. Trying to stand alone makes no sense. You are not going to win. You're going to be loud, make a lot of noise. But when it comes to top position globally, you always find black people there. And they're mostly Africans.
What position? What you talking about? Top positions globally? What is she talking about? Where? What is she talking about? You go find the top positions globally. You gonna find Africans. Where? What is she talking about? What top position is she talking about, family? They just be saying stuff. Okay, then why are you over here? She's over here. Yeah, we already winning. We're fine. Yeah, we get stuff moving. Look, we got laws changed over here in this nation. Ma'am, we're the ones who did that. Y'all didn't do that. We got laws changed over here. When y'all go to Britain and places like that, y'all don't get no laws changed. When y'all run over there to Italy and Ukraine, y'all don't get no laws changed. We got laws changed over here, ladies and gentlemen, as foundational black Americans. Man, these folks just be saying stuff. Good grief.
If there's one continent that every other person is worried about, it's the African continent. Whether they like it or not, they have to make room for leadership, and Africa will be on it. So you might as well just stop fighting.
Americans away from things that are for black Americans. What happened to for us by us?
What has the title African American, what has it ever done for you?
Nothing. 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 Nothing.
Because the Caucasian look at you and be like, you're black. Once they see black, they see monkey. Once they see kinky hair, they see monkey.
They think that when they see African. They say that when they see African. Ma'am, the negative stereotypes about Africa came from these white people who y'all worship. All the negative stereotypes about Africa come from white people. We were the ones countering that. We don't give a damn what the white supremacists think. The negative images of Africa came from white people. We were the ones countering that. We had our scholars like John Henry Clark, so many others countering those narratives. Chancellor Williams countering those narratives. Come on now. Hold on.
They see big lips, they see monkey. Once they see big nose, they see monkey. You can't be like, oh, no, I'm not African, I'm African American. They're like, what's the difference? Exactly. What's the difference? My video is for intelligent people. If you misunderstand me, I already know where you stand. Breaking news to African American.
Okay. Good freaking grief, man. Lord. That's called delusional projections, ladies and gentlemen. These folks get so damn delusional. They start projecting this weird stuff out of their own insecurity. That's delusional ass insecurity, ladies and gentlemen. Huh? We are not no damn generic Africans. We are foundational black Americans. They try that. Akatas with no home. No. This is our homeland. America is the birthplace for foundational Black Americans. We are not guests here. We are natives to the United States by blood, birth, centuries of unpaid labor. No other group has had a longer continuous presence in building America's infrastructure, culture, economy, legal institutions without immigrating from another place than us. We are not immigrants. We are a unique ethnic group formed on American soil. We were here before the flag. We were here before the United States was formed. Our lineage goes back, way back, before Ellis Island, before mass European immigration. You understand? Our blood and bones and our cultural memory, it's woven into this soil. This is our ancestral homeland. We're not guests. You understand? Let's get the narrative straight, ladies and gentlemen. We built the country, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't just contribute to the country. We built the country, family. Cotton fields, the railroads, domestic labor, industrial factories, every brick of wealth in this nation was layered on the backs of foundational Black American ancestors. No other group can claim that. You understand? You don't have that level of spiritual, physical, and economic investment here. That gives us a birthright claim to this land. So you don't get to flee over here and tell us, you're African just like me. We all flee. No, 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 no. I ain't like you. No. No, we're not. You escaped from a failed homeland. Yelling about you got a home. No, you don't. You ain't going back. Y'all run from collapsed economies, neo-colonial corruption, violent regimes, environmental devastation. Y'all live in hollowed out former British colonies that's been abandoned and y'all just left there to rot. Let me just call it what it is. And you do anything you can to get the hell up out of there. You can't safely return back there. You ain't got no home. You ain't never going back. Y'all leave there and thank God you left. You survived from leaving there. And then y'all try to project that weird shit onto us because we ain't got that scraping and surviving nonsense mindset. No. We ain't never abandoned what we built. Despite dealing with these white supremacists with the segregation, slavery, redlining, lynching, incarceration, we still stood on business. We ain't never fled in mass to another country. We stayed, organized, rebelled, litigated, and built. We created our own damn schools, our own towns, churches, political organizations, music, food, religions, all on this damn soil. That's ownership. That's ownership, ladies and gentlemen. Under these white supremacists, you want to talk about the government. We had the most corrupt government ever, and we still survived and thrived. Our homeland is maintained through blood and resistance. Nat Turner, the Black Panthers, Tulsa, Selma, all that stuff. We fought to defend our homeland through acts of resistance and sacrifice. Every gain that we have was taken. Nobody gave us shit. We're the only group who didn't get nothing given to us. Nothing was given to us. Everything we got as foundational Black Americans, we had to get that shit out the mud. We didn't just pull up on no goddamn inner tube with a green card and start eating like y'all. We made that possible for you to come over here and just pull up and have it easy. Don't let nobody disrespect you or your lineage. Don't ever let them do that shit. That's why I'm hard on them. Because I know the history. Y'all not going to sit there and denigrate us after we had to get it out the damn mud. We ain't equal. No, we are not. We are exceptional. Dr. Claude Anderson told us that. We are exceptional. And they know it. That's why they always got to pull us down a notch. That's all that shit is about. It's all, the white man is going to call you a monkey. So what? They call you a damn monkey. We had to stop them from calling your ass a damn monkey. We stopped them from doing that. Yeah? We don't give a damn about that. They ain't going to call us that in our face. Huh? They don't call us that in our face. I tell you that. And we're the minority here, and we'll still give them that damn work. You better say that shit on the internet. That's how we built. We built like that. I don't give a fuck what you say on the internet. Say that shit to me. You ain't gonna call us that in person. They'll call you that. Hey, you monkey immigrant. Oh, do I look like a monkey? And we done seen videos. Come on now. Hold on. Hold on. Speaking of the monkey talk, do you want to go there? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Since you want to go there, family, you want to talk about monkeys and acting like a monkey? Yo, you know where I'm going. Y'all know where I'm about to go. These videos of these African immigrants going over to Europe. Hold on. You want to talk about monkey? This is what y'all African immigrants do when y'all go to Europe. If you want to talk about some monkeys, this is them when y'all go over to Europe. Hold on. Oh, so you don't really want to go there. All right? Because they start saying you look like monkeys, then you start acting like one. We don't do all that. You don't want to go into that monkey talk. You don't want to do that. Oh, Lord, you don't want to do that. Yeah, we check them. If somebody say we act like a monkey, we look like a monkey, we start checking them. We call them out. Oh, we call them out. But when they say, y'all look like monkeys, hold on. This is what y'all start doing. Huh? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. When they say y'all look like a monkey, hold on. That's what you... And remember, his name was Groovin' Gorilla. Come on. Y'all don't want to get into that monkey talk. Oh, y'all, hold on. And remember, hold on.
Hey, what's up? I just want to make an announcement that I will be changing my name from Groovin' Gorilla to Big Groove. You know, branding wise, I like to spread positivity and joy. And, there's a lot of people that feel sensitive to the word gorilla, I just use it as a way, to brand myself because, I'm massive, I like to dance, and I love gorillas. But due to the history, it's just there's a lot of sensitivity in that word gorilla or monkey, etc. So I'm going to change my name and just continue spreading that joy. You feel me?
So as you see, we had to stop these fools from sitting up here acting like a damn monkey. This dude was calling himself Groovin' Gorilla, and the FBA family said, man, you better get your name. You better find another damn name. Running around here and acting like a big juicy Sambo. You better call yourself something else, dude. We had to make this fool call himself another name. He's running around here talking about Groovin' Gorilla. Man, sit your ass down. We done sat up here, fought for civil rights. We didn't sit up here and fight for immigration for you to come over here calling yourself no goddamn Groovin' Gorilla, fool. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, old girl was doing a lot of projecting. She was doing a lot of projecting, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah? Man. Anyway, man, let me get out of here. Oh, we had a deep one today. Oh, we were deep today. Much respect to listen, family. Everybody, we need everybody to go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Everybody make a contribution to the Hidden History Museum, ladies and gentlemen. Hidden History Museum. Everybody make a contribution. Go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. hiddenhistorymuseum.com. And while you're at hiddenhistorymuseum.com, get this book here. Phenomenal book for the kids, for the family. It's called Hidden Heroes from A to Z. Great, 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 great top book. Your babies need this. Your family needs this. HiddenHistoryMuseum.com, and make a contribution to the Hidden History Museum. Get your Rootwork deodorant at rootworkstyle.com. rootworkstyle.com. All right, I'm up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody subscribe to this channel, by the way, if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel. I'm up out of here, guys. Puppy Akute.